So when it comes to the agency space and really any type of self-improvement, kind of self-development space in general, because honestly, I think that building an agency, the biggest factor for that is going to be just self-development, right? So just when it comes to any kind of self-improvement space in general, there's a lie, not really a lie, just I guess a misunderstanding and warped paradigm that is pretty prevalent, okay? So what I want to do in this video is kind of break down why being yourself is probably the worst thing that you could do for your agency and for your growth. And I know that sounds paradoxical. I'll get into that in a second. But before that, if you don't know who I am, I'm Matt. I built an agency and now I'm building a coaching business, basically teaching people what I did with the agency and still do with the coaching business. And really the whole goal of what we help people do is we help early stage agency trainers hit that 10K per month mark. Okay? So as I just said, I know kind of being yourself and why that's a bad thing. It's going to sound pretty paradoxical to you. Okay? But the first thing you need to realize is that let's say your goal is 20K per month. If you were the type of person to be making 20K per month, you would have done it already. You would already be there, okay? So you, right now, where you are, your chance of hitting 20K per month is zero, right? You and who you are is not capable and has a zero chance of hitting that point, whatever, got 10, 20, 30K per month, whatever that goal is for you, okay? So the sole way and the only way that you can get there is by becoming the type of person that can, okay? And so you hear very common things like, just be yourself, stay in your lane, love yourself, right? But if your goal is 20K per month and staying in your lane and continuing to do the things that you're currently doing isn't going to get you there, then why would you stay in your lane? Why would you be yourself? Why would you continue to do the things you're currently doing? It doesn't make sense, right? And so I'm talking specifically about business and about goals here, right? Of course, I don't know, if you're trying to find a girl, maybe it's going to make sense to be yourself so that you're not being someone you aren't because you're going to be with them constantly. But when it comes to your growth and your goals, you need to kind of solely, this is the main thing you need to work on, is becoming that person who can, right? Because as I said, you're not capable of it, okay? And most people reject the fact that they even have a paradigm, right? So paradigm is kind of the way that you see the world. And so let's say I'm God and I'm the universe, I'm whatever you believe in, and I have complete objective vision. If I have objective, real vision, and I can see the world objectively, I'm gonna see this phone case as black, right? Black phone case, okay? But you, and me, everybody, we have glasses on. And those glasses are tinted with our paradigm. And that's, our beliefs, our judgments, our assumptions, our stories, our convictions, all that stuff. One bundled together is your paradigm, okay? So you don't see this objectively for what it is. Objectively, it's black, right? But with your beliefs, paradigms, whether you're brought up, your environment, all that stuff, it's created glasses for you. So you see this, maybe if you have red tinted glasses on, you see this as red. And someone else might have blue tinted glasses on because of their beliefs with their race, all that stuff, and they see this as blue, right? So the key thing that you need to do here is keep on working towards having that objective perspective, okay? And most issues people have in the agency space is because they're seeing something that's black as something that's red, or something that's green, or something that's blue, something that's pink, right? And the cool thing here is what is objectively true doesn't actually matter as much as what is subjectively true. Because let's say you're looking at appointment booking, okay? And you believe appointment booking to be extremely hard, okay? And you think that it's impossible and that no matter what, I just can't book any appointments. And let's say it's cold calling, right? No matter what, I'm just really bad at cold calling. Cold calling is super hard, I just can't do it, right? If you believe that about cold calling, then that's gonna be true for you. But in the same way, if you were to believe, okay, well, I know cold calling is a very proven system. I know it definitely works. And I know that I have friends and I have people that I know that are getting great results with cold calling. And I have people in my niche that are getting great results with cold calling. So with that in mind, I know that I can definitely master cold calling. It might take some work, but I do know that I can 100%, I'm gonna be booking a lot of meetings through cold calling and it's gonna work, right? The person who believes it's gonna be hard and impossible, for them, it's gonna be hard and impossible. But the person who believes it's gonna be simple and they know it's gonna work, it's gonna work for them, right? And there's a caveat here, you can't just be completely delusional, right? But you need to see it for what you want to see it as, right? Let's take the entire journey from, let's say, 0 to 10K per month. Of course, you could just believe that it's going to be easy and painless, but then you're being delusional because if you look at it objectively, of course, there's going to be a lot of hard work and a lot of pain that kind of goes into it, right? Because when work meets resistance, that's going to create pain. So you can't be completely delusional here. But what you're going to realize is if you're looking at things objectively, you would realize that most things aren't as complicated as they seem. And really the only setbacks that you have and the only things that are holding you back are the laws of nature and of physics. The rest is just limiting beliefs, right? So let's take sales, okay? So if you believe that you can't close in one call, then there's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy there, right? Because you don't believe that they're going to make a decision on the first call, so you're going to skew the call towards them not making a decision and rather than booking a follow-up call, and that's going to happen, right? So your beliefs are going to be directly related to your actions, which is going to be directly related to the outcomes that you get, okay? So all it comes down to is kind of becoming that type of person that has those new beliefs that would be in alignment with you hitting that goal, okay? So if right now you think sales calls are impossible, cold calling is impossible, I suck, I'm terrible at this, how would you expect yourself? And also if you think, okay, I'm lazy, I'm undisciplined, I can't focus, how would you ever hit 10, 20K per month? Like with those kind of beliefs and being that person, of course, it's never gonna happen, right? So you need to focus on becoming the person that can. And as a byproduct of doing that, you will hit that goal of 10, 20K per month, whatever, because he who can would be in alignment with making that type of money. So if you're just focusing on that kind of that growth and that personal development, by doing that, you're going to make the money as a byproduct. So just focus solely. It's like doing cold DMs, right? If all you're focusing on is the meetings, you're gonna neglect doing the inputs that actually get you towards the meetings. Right? If you're just constantly looking at your metrics, you're just like eyeballing them and just really trying to get appointments, that's gonna end up, if you're just solely focusing on the outputs, you're not gonna do any of the inputs, which is like, sending the DMs, sending the follow-ups, doing the connections, all that stuff, right? You need to just solely focus on doing the thing that would create the byproduct. That is the goal that you want, if that makes sense, okay? And so the kind of key here is that it's going to be painful. The way that this was explained to me, and the way that I explain this to my clients, and the way that my kind of paradigm around this is that you have you right now, and you have where you want to be. And like where you want to be, what that really is just V2U. So your view on you right now, V2U is the type of person that you need to be to get this goal, right? So all it is that change of self and that kind of change of beliefs, the change of character. Okay, and the kind of formula that I made for this, and this isn't something that I found anyways, something that I created, is that work times resistance equals pain, and pain to the power of time equals win. Okay, that's the kind of formula you're going to be living by. Okay, and before we go into this, I want to make sure that you're understanding pain properly, because there's two types of pain. The first one is if I cut off my finger, that's obviously painful. That's not what we're looking for here, right? We don't want I'm not telling you to I don't know, chop off your arm or anything like that. Don't be stupid, okay? What we're looking for here is that second type of pain, which is the growth pain. And that's the pain that you feel. It might manifest as fear, as doubt, as anxiety, all that stuff. When you are being scared, all that stuff. Let's give you an example right now, okay? And we're gonna induce this kind of fear and resistance in you right now. So you're not gonna like this, and I'm not just telling you to do this for the video, and I don't want you to be like, oh yeah, interesting. I want you to genuinely go and do this, okay? What I want you to do, get your dialer, whatever it is that you would use to make a cold call, and do 5, right? And I don't mean do 5 dials. I mean, do as many dials as it takes to get 5 pickups. If it's nighttime for you, do it in a different country. Do it to US, do it to UK, do it to wherever. Just do the cold calls, okay? And so right now, what you're feeling, you either paused the video and you went and did it, that's perfect. You immediately overcame the resistance with the work, that's what we want to be doing. Or you're feeling resistance, and that's manifesting in fear, in anxiety, and most likely, for this, it's manifesting in you coping. And you saying, oh, nah, and then giving any type of excuse here. Any type of excuse you just gave yourself to not do the work, that's resistance, okay? And that's your current self not wanting to evolve into that future self. And the only way to overcome that resistance, the sole only way to beat it, is with the work, okay? And the work meaning the needle movement work that would actually move you towards your goals. These 5 cold calls aren't about you trying to book an appointment. It's just by you overcoming that fear, okay? So what's stopping you? Like right now, you should go do those 5 cold calls. Every single time, you need to kind of rewire your brain, because right now, if you aren't doing well, and chances are, you kind of have the pattern to where when you feel resistance, you give into it, right? But you need to rewire that so where when you feel resistance, you do the work. Like resistance should be a clue for you that you need to do this important thing, right? Because if you're feeling resistance towards it, and it's a growth pain that you're feeling resistance towards, chances are it's something that's important to do, right? Like, if you're about to get on a sales call, you feel resistance, you try and rationalize your way out of getting off of it, that's a pretty good sign that it's going to be an important thing for you to do, right? If you're about to do a cold calling session, you're feeling resistance, that's a good sign that's something that you need to do. So, for example, with these 5 cold calls, what's stopping you right now? It's just resistance. And if you keep on letting the resistance win, you're not going to do anything. The sole thing that you need to do is learn and rewire your brain so that when you feel resistance, you do the work. So let's say it's 2 a.m. and you've just woken up in the middle of the night, you're feeling doubts, you're feeling anxious, you don't know if it's going to work. That's resistance. So that would mean 2 a.m. take off the covers, go up and go send five cold DMs, or go do 3 cold calls to Australia. Like, you need to constantly face that resistance with the work. So I've said it time and time again. Go do those cold calls right now. Pause the video, go do them right now. Okay. So if you are watching this right now and you did those 5 cold calls and those 5 pickups, then what that means is you're doing the right thing and you're moving one step closer towards beating that resistance, because you've just done the action, right? You've done the cold calls and you overcome the resistance. You got through it and you did the cold calls. Good job, right? And if you didn't, then you're just one step further away from your goal. Okay, so that's really all it comes down to, right? You need to become that person that can. You right now is not capable of doing it, and in becoming that person, you're going to face resistance. Okay, so it's your job to overcome that resistance by doing the needle moving work, which is cold calls, sales calls, the stuff that's actually important. Okay, not just putting a website. Okay, so I hope you found that valuable. Obviously, if you did, please do all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and if you are an early stage agency owner, meaning you're making between 0 and 5K per month, then the first link in the description is for you. Okay, one last thing, this video has been like, what, 12, 11, 13 minutes long. You're already doing the right thing by watching a video that your unconscious mind probably doesn't want you to watch. Because the best case option, the best case scenario for the resistance is that you don't consciously know that's there, right? That's the best case for the resistance. So unconsciously, there's a part of you that didn't want you to watch this video. So good job for doing that. And just watching this video in full, you're already kind of one step closer to beating the resistance. So good job. I hope you did those cold calls. If you didn't, do them now, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay? Bye-bye.